Good morning, guys and gals. Froggy here. This is a quick video on changing the battery on my Seiko Flightmaster. I've already got it a little bit apart, but I'm going to show you how I did that. A few tools you're going to need. You won't be able to do this without some special tools. Get a miniature screwdriver set. This is a holder for the watch. You might be able to get by without this. This is for taking the watch back off. The watch back has little indents. See the little indents on there? And this has adjustable pins that you put in the indents and twist. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And you can adjust the distance on those for different sizes of the back covering of the watch. So anyway, first thing I did was I took a small flat blade screwdriver and put the watch upside down and get the bracelet off. There's a pin you're probably familiar with, and you have to take, I'll show you on the other side, I already did it on one side. Take your screwdriver and push towards the center to release that pin. You have to catch a little edge on the pin, and you're compressing it. It's spring-loaded, right? Each end has a little spring on it. So you get one side at a time. You move that a tiny bit, and you then angle this bracelet so that the pin doesn't pop back in the hole. Angle it a little bit, hold that angle so one of them is out of the hole, then go and do the other side. And when you take it out, it's going to go flying. So make sure that you're ready to catch it, or you have it caught by a towel or something. Otherwise, it's going to go on the floor and you'll never find it. Anyway, you only have to take one side off, like that. Then we get to taking this back cover off and just lay it on there like that. You adjust these two pins so that they're the right distance, and you twist lefty-loosey. This one was very tight, really. I had to put a lot of pressure. I grabbed this watch holder in one hand and this in my other hand, and I've got pretty strong hands, and it took a lot to break it loose, and once it broke it loose, it came right off. Now there's a gasket. Don't lose the gasket. See the gasket right there, it's black. And I'm going to lubricate it when I put it back in, just lightly lubricate it with some silicone. It is recommended that you lubricate that every time you take it apart. Don't get any heavy globs of silicone that fall into the mechanism. Now the battery on this, and they're all different. This is, see if I can focus it for you. That's a Renata 399, and the fine print, I'm going to read it for you. You might not be able to read it. It's SR927W. Okay, and that's what's called for in this watch. The reason they have all those funny numbers and letters is it's not the voltage, but it's the size of this, the width, the thickness, the size of these batteries is all a lot of different ones, maybe 3 or 4 dozen different ones. So I'm going to take one of those out. I would not get a Chinese one. This is Swiss, or I'd get a Japanese battery. Those two, I think, would be your best bet. I'll put links into the comments area. Now I'm going to need 2 hands to take one of these out of the strip. I bought multi-strip because this is a pretty good watch. It probably lasts me a few years, and I'll probably replace the battery about once a year or so. Or you can go to a watchmaker and, you know, for $10 maybe they'll change the battery. This is like, I don't know, it's maybe a $300-400 watch. I'm not sure what I paid for it. anyway, you can do it yourself, and the total of all these tools, that, and that, is probably under $20. So once you change the battery a couple of times, you paid for all your tools, and you can change everybody else's battery too and be a hero. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause this so that I can get a battery out. And put that next to the old battery. That's the old one. New one. I'm going to toss this right now so I don't get them confused. Battery goes right under that little arm there. Don't have to bend anything. The case will go on and we'll compress this down. Just make sure that it's in there the right way. The letters and numbers are facing so you can see them. Now I'm going to lubricate the O-ring. And I'm just going to put a little silicone grease on my fingers and carefully rub it around. Don't stretch it out. If you stretch out that O-ring, it's not going to fit very well, and then you're going to have to try and find another one. This watch is only about a year old, so the O-ring is excellent. The very light amount of silicone on the O-ring should keep it stuck to that case back, so that when I turn it upside down, it won't fall out, and then I'm going to screw it in here. I'm going to need 2 hands. Take your time screwing this back on. Make sure it's level, not like that, level. The chances of you cross-threading it, I think it would be kind of hard to cross-thread it. You're going to feel it when it just turns nice and easy, and it actually doesn't turn like a lot of rotations. It's just not even one rotation, I don't think. Once the threads are engaged, it's don't over tighten it. If you try to go too hard, or if this is not adjusted properly, it'll slip out and you might scratch the back. Now I'm going to put the bracelet back on. That's easier than getting it off, actually. You just put the pin in this part and lay it down there carefully, and then compress one side and the other side. And again, make sure if it slips out, it's going to go flying. So make sure that you're ready to catch it, or you've got it in a place where it won't go onto the floor. Okay, need 2 hands. So once you get it in, this link here, this one that attaches to the case, it on this particular watch, it doesn't flex very much once that pin is in. See, the rest of it flexes, but this piece doesn't flex very much. So just twist it and pull it a little bit, make sure the pin's in tight, and that's it pretty much. And whoops, set the watch. I really like this watch. It's a chronograph. It's got a bunch of slide rule calculating capabilities. If you were flying, it's called a Flightmaster or Flighty. I can't even read these things. The print is so fine. But it just has a stopwatch, the sweep yellow hand. It's got the second hand. You can see it moving right there. It's got a date, and it's got an alarm, things like that. But mostly I like it. I've got other watches. This one is, I wear this one every day until I go to the gym. And I go to the gym, I use one that's a lighter weight, and it has a NATO band, a soft NATO band. So that's up. Give me a thumbs up or like if this helps you out. Subscribe to my channel if you want more from Froggy. Ring the bell if you want notification. Be safe. Have fun. Froggy out. Bye. Oh, P.S. To set this on my phone, which I can't really show you, sorry, I have an app called Atomic Clock and Watch, which I kind of like. It has a sweep hand, or you can make it digital. And then I use that to set this, and then I can check and see how much time it's gaining or losing. This is pretty accurate. I would say plus or minus 2 or 3 seconds a week, maybe. Pretty accurate. Okay?